Peace, 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 peace. What it do? Yeah, it's your brother man from the motherland coming to you guys live from the NY. Back with another one of that Repent or Die podcast. For those that don't know, I am Junes, the original, by blood, not by converge. You know I'm out here to splurge with the what? With the word. I want to give all praise to the Father, for he is worthy to be praised. Sonini is that name. I want to also inform brothers and sisters that I am currently on Repent 12 Media. I will be here until next week, Thursday, when this so-called strike gets uplifted. But until then, you're gonna find me here, and I'm gonna continue doing what I do. And you know what that is keep my foot on you heathens. The heat grows in the newly installed Heathenites next. But yeah, man, it's a wonderful Friday. You know, praise the Father for another opportunity to get right, get closer to him. You know what I'm saying? Do his will, do his work. As we get prepared for the summer, you know, it's a time for us of rest, dwell, be amongst your family, do whatever you got to do. Just make sure y'all together. Just make sure y'all home. Just make sure y'all resting. And if you want to be into the scriptures, you can do that. But, you know, it's all about resting, right? Now, I was reading, you know, listening to the word, you know, sometimes, especially on my Fridays, I like to get prepared spiritually for summer conversation. So I listen into the word, see what understanding the Father unveils to me for me to bring forth to the people. And in Zechariah chapter 8, let me pull it up. In Zechariah chapter 8, verse 3, right? It says, "Thus said the Father, Sonini return unto Zion and will dwell in the midst of Jerusalem, and Jerusalem shall be called a city of truth, and the mountains of the Father of hosts, the holy mountain." Right? So it dawned upon me. It said, Jerusalem shall be called the city of truth. So when our big brother said, you shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. So the people that's going to be in the Holy Land will be free. Free from sin. Free from lions. Free from adultery. Free from vanity. Free from all of the foolish nonsense that we, even myself, are still subject to in some degree. Some people are in it higher than others, and other people is fighting it so hard to suppress it that it hinders their walk. It changes who they are. It prohibits brothers and sisters to approach, to learn and understand that being a righteous man doesn't mean you got to lose yourself, because everybody is them own selves. You know, everybody has their own traits, their own characteristics, their own language, their own voice, their own talk, their own swag, their own flavor. We all are different. If we were all the same, we would all look like twins. We are all different. So with every difference come different characteristics as well. But Jerusalem will be called the city of truth. So there will be no lie. And when I say to these brothers that's holding on to a lie, yes, the teachings that one was teaching is a lie. And because you holding on that lie, you will soon realize that there will be absolutely no exodus for any single person. For any single person that profess and bring forth lies. Where are you going to dwell with this lie? Because this city called Jerusalem is a city of truth. And when it comes, only the truth will be there. Those that have been set free shall be there. Mentally, physically, spiritually, know who they are, know what the Father requires to the T. See, this awakening is just the beginning. This knowledge and this wisdom that we're retrieving, finding out that the Holy Land is in Africa, that's new. That's new for you. That's new for me. That's new for everybody. And shout out to everybody that's been on this path and this message and this wisdom that is just now picking up. So shout out to you guys. When I see it on YouTube, when I see the views, I'm ecstatic, I'm proud, I'm honored. And the fact that I'm also included, I'm also been enlightened by the Father, it's a prosperous feeling, humbling experience and feeling. And I will always be grateful. All praise be to the Father. Round of applause for that. Round of applause. Word up. So, again, only the Jerusalem shall be called a city of truth. Can't no lie be there. Can't a prideful look be there. 6 things the Father hates, and one of them is a prideful look, a lying tongue. Ain't no lies going to be there. And for the teachers that put themselves in a position to teach and teaching the lies, just understand that you will be penalized for that. There's no money, there's no European God you shall call on that will save you from the wrath of the Father, because you guys are going off with this teachings. You have taken the righteous word of the Father to use it as a tool to condemn his children. When the word is not for you to condemn the children, our job right now as we speak is to be the light for the people that's moving in darkness. You can't match darkness with darkness. It's just gonna continue leaving a whole place dark. You understand? Somebody has to be that light. Somebody has to be the one to flick the switch. And yes, like when you first open the light, you know, when you've been sleeping, walking in the dark, and somebody just opened the light quick, fast, and just the pain that goes into your eyes, this is where we at. And even for myself, I also have to humble myself, because yes, there are times where I go off as far as, you know, trying to have brothers and sisters understand the foolishness, which, you know, for me, I find it ironic, but at the same time, I must understand this is still the Father's children who are still in captivity, who has been stripped from their heritage, stripped from the truth, stripped from you know, where they stand, where they dwell, fed a lie, records been tampered with. It's like the odds is all against us all across the board. And then still got to deal with the everyday hatred of this system towards the children of Jacob. So I get it and I understand. And maybe after the Day of Atonement, I'm gonna ease up just a little bit. Just a little bit. I gotta ease up. And the reason why I go hard is because I'm trying to wake up the warriors, man. We're not going into this holy kingdom with this passive approach. The only time you're supposed to be passive is when you are talking and dealing with the Father directly. Outside of that, we are all designed to be warriors, man. Kings. A leader, a protector, a provider. That's our role off the gate. You feel me? These are things that we're supposed to be doing off the gate. So I'm not going to be the one to teach brothers and sisters to be passive. Brothers will see this aggression and say, yo, you going off, you're not in the right spirit. What spirit am I supposed to be in? I am a man. I am an authoritative figure. I am made in my Father's likeness, in his image. He is an authoritative figure. I'm supposed to stand how he stood and how he's still standing to this day. The minute we became passive is when we fell. The minute when we lost, when we not take control, People's like, yo, what do you mean when we was passive, we fell? When you read the scriptures in the beginning, the Father gave Adam all dominions on the earth. He already knew not to eat whatever. He already stood strong on that. He was that leader. He led. He said, "Nah, we're not doing that." But when his wife ate that, and he seen what she had become, and what she was seeing, and probably what she was saying, he became passive. He became the receiver instead of the giver. Pause. He was like, give me, can I have it too? Instead of standing on his square and be like, yo, baby girl, you wildin'. You heard what Pop said? What's wrong with you? Now, yo, I don't know what to tell you. He didn't take that approach. So the minute we became passive is the minute we fell. And every time we are passive is why we fall. And when you read the scriptures and you see things was interjected, these things are interjected to keep you in a passive state of mind. You understand? Our Savior never told us to be passive. Matter of fact, he wasn't passive. He was speaking to these scribes, Pharisees, Jews, Hebrews, high priests, all of these people. He was speaking to these people with conviction and authority, mocking them while they talking. He's drawing on the floor with a stick. Like, man, what you said? You feel me? But they give you Paul, or should I say Saul. You know, every time they change their name to involve themselves within the works. I keep telling you that. When they change the name, they change the name for ownership, to put themselves in position. Your name was changed from the African name that you had. It was changed and was given European names. And when you have that name, they also own you. A percentage of your money goes to them. They're not going to tell you this, but I know. Everything is tracked. So now that they see that brothers is reading the word, seeking wisdom, they got to do what they got to do. So I get it and I understand. But at the same time, you must stand your ground. So when I come off aggressive, don't take it personal. Just take it as the signal, as I see how he moving, this how I gotta move too. And you could do it, you could do it in all humbleness and righteousness. Not like how these brothers that be on the street preaching, talking crazy, like we not doing all that. If they had took all of that and put it together within their foundations and the organizations and focus on the nation instead of the organization, the Exodus would have happened a long time ago. We would have been in the Holy Land. But because of the division through this religion, this is why you see the lack. And this is why you see the fall of this organization called the Hebrew Israelites. The numbers is bad. Come on, guys. If you guys are not seeing this by now, I don't know what to tell you. The numbers is bad. Churches is getting smaller by the day. These dudes are paying for they're paying. They got people in their pockets where they're paying for the views. Okay? If I'm making, let's check this out. If I'm making 100,000 every month, and all I gotta do is pay $2,000 to have people make sure that my videos is on top of the line and being seen and viewed, who's not going to do that? Remember that. This is us, the awakened, those that's awakened to the truth. Shout out to the elders. Shout out to all those that's doing it. This is us. This is a small fraction going against a juggernaut. This Hebrew Israelite fairy tale, it's a juggernaut organization. It's a juggernaut organization that has the same people that they professing to stray away from got in their bags. I'm telling you guys the truth. I guess that's why they tell you that, you know, the outsiders are Edomites or Ishmael and Moab and all of these names and titles. All of this is lies. But when you working side by side, you must include the outsiders in order to continue receiving perks, having doors being open for you, of course. Of course. But this place called Jerusalem is going to be a city called of truth. It's going to be a city called the truth. Only the truth shall be there. Only the righteous that stand on the true principles shall dwell there. Ain't going to be no Hebrew Israelites. Ain't going to be no Islam. Ain't going to be no Christianity. Ain't going to be no so-called religion that was orchestrated by man to dwell in the place called Jerusalem. People's going to be like, well, you reading from the scriptures. Yes. When they gave us back our information. See, you got to understand something. Why did they give us back the book? They gave us back the book because if we don't have any outlet to connect with the Father's going to intervene. So the heathens got to put something in place to say, look, here it is. It's in your face. But you should read this. So we're going to give it to you. So you can't say you never received the word. Because if you never received the word, then the Father can't judge you based on something you don't know. Yes, a lot of people have died, and they died without knowing the truth. And those people, I hope they did good just enough that the Father looked and said, listen, you ain't know that I exist. You ain't know the laws, but you was a good person. Here, you have access. I just hope. But for us, the ones that's reading the law, understanding the commandments, teaching it, bringing it forth. See, we held to a higher regards than everybody else, right? So the things that we do, the things that we say, how we conduct, how we operate will determine where we go. And I'm going to tell you the truth. A lot of individuals, especially those that's keeping the commandments, are hell-bound because you know the law, you in the scripts, but your pride and your organization is more important than the eternal salvation. And this is a fact. I'm not lying when I'm saying this. I'm giving you guys the honest truth. I'm giving you guys the honest truth. See, the truth is what's going to set us free. The truth, like the scripture says, Jerusalem shall be called a city of truth. When you stand on this truth, you will have access into the Holy Land because everything about you is truthful. That truth is what's setting you free, understanding who you are, understanding that our Father and our big brother, or should I say your Savior, never spoke a jot of Hebrew, don't know what the heck that is. So why are we calling our Father and our Savior Hebrew titles that they don't even speak? Ele la sabatani is not Hebrew. It's not Paleo. It's not Phoenician. It's none of that. They're lying to brothers and sisters saying, that's Aramaic. That's Aramaic. Aramaic, there's nothing Arabic about us. Okay? There's nothing Arabic about us. We got to kill that. We never dwelt in the Middle East. Ever. The only time you see black people there is for servitude, slavery. They are servants in those lands, been servants. Miss us with all of this. Look, I'm going to give you an example. Look at what they did to the so-called Moors, right? They went there. I'm going based on your history. They went there. They taught the Spaniards how to read, write, whatever. We're going to go based on their stories. What did they give you in return? So please explain to me What makes you think that we rule England? First of all, it's too cold. And we're talking about around those times. It was too cold. We was not moving with wools and sheets and all of this heavy stuff. We wasn't doing that. That's the first and foremost. We wasn't in Italy. Italy is where Christopher Columbus and everybody dwelt. They never seen a black person until they never seen a colored person until they got into the Americas. Nobody in color was dwelling there. You could read it in this man's book. Seeing beautiful colored women, thick beauty. They ain't see these things. So when I see people try to argue lies and then wonder why you still in a state of demise and you want to and get mad and blame the Most High, whatever you want to say, this is the reason why. Because you guys your whole foundation is a foundation created off lies. Your One West teachers, your area, may the Father have mercy on his soul. These are brothers that was bringing forth lies. They was more focusing on building the organization than rebuilding the nation, okay? Let me say that again. They was more focused on building the organization than rebuilding or uplifting, uprising, gathering the nation. And every single camp you see out today stems from that one location. A location that was made of the traditions and foundations of men, not of the Father. Do your homework. I'm from New York City. I know what I'm talking about. You guys don't know what y'all talking about. We got dudes all the way in Alabama teaching, talking about I know the truth. Dudes in St. Louis and all. No disrespect. But you aren't from the foundation, from the capital where it all started. You understand? That's like that's like me having something to say about the Black Panthers. I'm not from there. I don't know nothing. I don't know where it originated from. I don't know who these people are. I don't know nothing. Okay? This one West started in New York, and it was in New York and Philly. New York and Philly, and it branched off and went into different locations. When 2000, when the 2K didn't happen and the reappearance of the Savior didn't happen, that's when brothers was like, oh, nah, this is a dub. But this teaching is this word, yeah, man. Deuteronomy 28, that's us. And we took that and we ran with it, and brothers started doing their own thing. And I'm not going to knock the brothers, because those brothers, and with their knowledge and their current or at the time understanding, helped a lot of us. It's helped a lot of Black people come back to reading these scriptures. But for everybody else, like, shout out to the brother. He just commented on my IG. I had posted a picture and said, yo, this is the man that created the 12 tribes chart. And this man said, like, yeah, nah. The 12 tribes chart is incorrect. I'm Mexican. And the children of Akobi are colored people. He said this. And I'll take it up a step further. So I'm like I said, when the Father puts something in your mind, you know it's the Father talking to you. So I'm laying in the bed, get ready to go to sleep. This is like 4 o'clock in the morning. Why am I up? I don't know. But I'm laying in the bed. Something told me, yo, go look up Native American DNA. So I go look up Native Americans and try to figure out, like where they originate from, because I'm trying to, like I said, I did a whole video debunking the Genesis 49 nonsense. How what the brother brought forth was a complete deception. You should tune in. You should watch it. It's on the Repent 12 Media. I had uploaded it last night. You should watch it. Very informative, right? So I'm laying in my bed, And I remember I was on Clubhouse and there was a sister, and the sister said, "We are from the tribe of Gad. The Gadites still live in the Holy Land in Africa right now as we speak." I would never forget that. So as I'm doing my studies and I'm doing my research, just trying to find, just find valid information, I just, I started off with, where do the Native Americans come from? What's the origin? What's their originality or their origin? Where they dwell from, and how they migrated or whatever. You hear the lies that say, "Oh, in the 15, they left over 15,000 years ago." But guess where they came from? Euro-Asia. When I seen that, I said, "Wait, hold on, what?" And then now I had to put things into its proper perspective, right? I had to look at the skin tone. I had to look at the hair. I had to look at everything. And you can see a lot of similarities to these other places. There's a lot of similarities. But the fact that they said that they came from Euro-Asia was mind-boggling. Then I went to go check the DNA, the DNA gene, because we know the children of Akobi from the Holy Land is E1, B1, etc. You come to find out that a lot of these people did not have that. In fact, 90% of those people didn't have that. 90%. They had they had the H1, they had M1, they had damn, what was the other one they had? They had something else, but it wasn't the E1A, E1B. So I said to myself, so why are we teaching this, this 12 tribes chart when not in-depth understanding? And if we don't have in-depth understanding, by default, I think it's time that all organizations, especially the Hebrew Israelites, and even for us that knows that we Bantu, we can't give ourselves no titles as far as which tribe. The only thing that I tell brothers and sisters that are in the woke that needs to stay doing is keeping these laws. Now, the 12 tribe chart is a lie. So that lie won't make it into a city of truth. The name Israel is a lie. So that lie will not enter into the city of truth. What else? That our Savior required us to drink blood of his body. That's another lie that won't get it into the city of truth. What else? It's another one. It's a couple, actually. That, his blood was shed on Calvary and he died for the admission of sins. That's another lie that won't get into the holy city. It won't get there. I'm sorry. For the Christians, for the Israelites, those that believe in that, and it's the reason why we are in sin, because there's a lot of sins that we do should be worthy of death. The reason why brothers and sisters aren't dying right then and there, like when you read in the book of Ecclesiasticus, because they do a sin and the judgment and the penalty doesn't happen right then and there, is the reason why people continue doing it. So that right there is an indication that the Father fell back from when we committed sin and we was penalized and judged right then and there. But you get judged. Remember, where the Father dwells is timeless, so you get judged. Things happen. things happen. And when it happens, depending on the level of wickedness you are doing, it be gruesome. I don't want to put hip hop in this, but look at somebody like King Von, who's a rapper from Chicago, right? Look what he's done. Look what he's done over the years. Now the father made a mockery of him. Oh, the same way you dish it out, you're gonna go out and you're gonna go down. You're gonna go out by the hands of some children. You're gonna go out by people that's not even official tissues. And that's what happened. And it's gonna be, and that's what people don't understand. See, you don't know when the father's gonna attack, but when he do, you gonna know it was him that said night night, nigga. Pardon my language. So all lies will not be able to make it into the city of truth. You will not go into Jerusalem with a lie, because that's going to be a city of truth. So when they say, yo, so then what is the truth? The truth is simple. Keep the commandments and live. Keep the commands and you shall be the head and not the tail. But the reason why you remain the tail is because you're following the laws and the ways of the heathens. You're following the same exact information that was given unto the one West. And I say this all the time. These brothers was being taught by these heathens, right? And they had to get approved. They had to get a test. Some was rejected. Some failed the test. So when they seen that and they felt that, especially around those times when it was the uprise of the black man, you know, all the craziness going on in the world, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, John F. Kennedy, it was a very unstable times that we were in. So black people had that confidence, man, forget this. We gonna do our own thing. And that's what happened. And now here we are, fast forward to 2023, Matrix year. You seen what this lie has produced. We have been more divided even more. Religious sectors don't even want to deal with other religious sectors because we're viewing colored people based on religion and doctrinal understanding. He don't believe in baptism, so we can't deal with him. Oh yeah, he's calling on Yah and Yahweh, Yahawashai, Yahaya, and this, that. Oh, we can't do it with them. Meanwhile, we are professing the truth in captivity on enemy territory, and we over here playing around. And then the people that's your overseers, your leaders, don't even show themselves when things get real. They stand behind a computer desk and say, take care of your family. We soon seen, you know what? Meanwhile, brothers and sisters is going through it. You know how many people I know? You got the person who stand here on front of a camera and say, you got better not take the foo-foo, but have a large amount of people within their congregation right now fully situated. And nothing was done. And like I told brothers and sisters, if 2019, 2020 wasn't a wake-up call for you guys, and if you didn't wake up and see that you're really in this fight by yourself because you are not building a nation, you are only supporting an organization. When you realize that, then the Father's gonna dwell with you. And if you didn't see that, and you still thinking things is happy, peaches and cream, and you're just happy to be able to, you know, be amongst your brethren and all that, you ain't built for this. You might as well go into a Catholic church and stay over there. This ain't for you. This ain't for you. If you're not able to check, and even if you're a part of an organization, and the organization ain't reciprocating to being corrected, and they feel like you're going against them or you're going to be suspended for speaking truth, then that's not some place you need to be in the first place. Because we're nation building. This is wisdom for wisdom. Each one teach one. The Father may provide me with information that he ain't provide to you, but he gave it to me to give to you. You don't reject it. If you're doing something wrong, if somebody in a leadership position is doing something wrong, it's the people that gotta say, nah, that's off, sir. Nah, we're not doing that. That's our job. That's our role. You don't think when I'm on the phone with the big bro and he's having a conversation with me, he would say, nah, my brother, don't do this. Nah, my brother, don't do that. In fact, I remember him sending me a text and he was correcting me. And then he sent something after that and he was like, yo, don't be offended and all that. I had to call him back and say, yo, big bro, you for real? I said, yo, big bro, we warriors here, man. You my big bro. My big bro, if you tell me, yo, this is a dub, I gotta respect that because you my brother. And even me being his little bro, I'll be like, nah, big bro, that's off. And he'll look into it, he'll be like, yeah, you right. This is not, ain't no ego trips, nothing. This is people in positions. This is us trying to build a nation. And if I'm off, I'm off. If I'm right, I'm right. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But if you tell me that I'm wrong, even if it's sometimes it's a tough pill to swallow. When you living in captivity in Babylon, you create this defensive mechanism when you are a poor black man. So by default, anytime somebody tell you something, you automatically gotta take it and be on defense. And I get it, but this is not what we doing. We have to remove all of that in order for us to get to that next level. That aspect has to go. It has to go. We have to be willing to take correction, no matter where it come from. Even my son have times when he humble me. My son is what, 17? You feel me? And you gotta eat that. It's like, damn, you right. I gotta eat that. You gotta eat that. This is how we gonna build and get to the next level. We gotta put that pride aside. You got to put that lying tongue somewhere. You got to chop your tongue off. You ain't going to speak righteous and speak truth. Just cut it off and keep your mouth closed. Put duct tape all around and stay over there at the corner and just nod your head. Do you understand? Do you want truth? Are you ready to repent? Do you want to die? We got to be on that type of time in order for us to get to the next level, fam. Time is now. Clock is ticking, man. We ain't got no time to be playing around. Ain't no time to be playing around. You must denounce every single lie that you've been told for the last 5, 10, 15, 20, even 30 years. You have to denounce that. Have to let it go. Have to let it go. This Hebrew Israelite movement has only been moving for 60 plus years? 60 years? And look at what it has done. Go on social media, see how many different gods and symbols and writings is put on these people's profiles. Just look. And we are all professing to be keeping the law, but yet we still remain the tail and not the head. We're not prosperous in nothing. It's a problem. The Father is not coming back for just one person. Yes, he's going to protect, he's going to preserve, he's going to guide, but he's not going to he waiting for everybody to be on one accord. Every single person got to be on one accord. Then he's going to show himself. He says that. Let me read that again. Thus said the Father. This is Zechariah 8:3 says, thus said the Father, I am returned unto Zion and will dwell in the midst of Jerusalem. All right? He will dwell, right? And Jerusalem shall be called the city of truth and the mountain of the Father of hosts, the holy mountain. Thus said the Father. of hosts, there shall yet old men and old women dwell in the streets of Jerusalem, and every man with his staff in his hand for very age, right? And the streets of the city shall be filled with boys and girls playing in the streets thereof. This is what's gonna happen. As you can see, you see boys and girls, man, right? Every man, okay? Oh, men and woman. It's not singular, it's plural. So we all got work to do. So when people say, but you teaching it, why are you not? Because I'm waiting for you. The multitude has to go back. I'm waiting for you. I'm waiting for you guys to denounce these European gods. I'm waiting for you guys to denounce these European holidays and teachings. We got brothers that just kept the Feast of Purim. Show me where did the Father tell us to keep the Feast of Purim? Show me where. Who injected it? Esther? She's a female. What authority do she have? No disrespect to my sisters. Who? Who told you to do so? And then mimic, and then think nobody ain't thinking about it. Mimic it the same way the outsiders do Christmas. Come on, guys. Oh, my bad. You get 2 days with Purim. 1 day with Christmas. Come on, guys. Who's told you this? Who's telling you this? Is it the Father or is it man? Because the Father gave Moses complete rules and regulations and said, these are my laws that you shall keep forever. And nothing shall change. I change not. Nothing will change. Who's changing it? Who's altering it? Who's interjecting in it? Our big brother said, think not that I come to destroy. I don't come to destroy, I come to fulfill. As long as heaven or earth stands, no way, no jot shall no man deviate from the law. But then these people who's going to interject a correction, a change. Well, you seen in the beginning, Moses said, "Thou shalt not do the bill of divorcement." But I say unto you that if a man do a bill of divorcement, so you can do et cetera, et cetera. No. What he was saying that is a lot of people was getting out of situations to go dwell in other situations. The wife was a good wife. She's cleaning, she's cooking, she's doing everything at the best of her abilities. But the man is just lusting over the shorty over there. Yo, I don't want to be in this relationship no more. Similar to what we do here in America. Oh, I don't think this relationship gonna work out. I'm out of here. That's what he was talking about. But if you're in a situation and the person is going, et cetera, and going off, you could step away from that. When you read the book of Joshua, Abram told Ishmael that. Remember when Ishmael was married, he had a crazy wife, and the father came. He was like, "Yo, when Ishmael come, tell him I said this." When he came and she told him what he said, my son said, "Yeah, this ain't gonna work. It's over." So you can't tell me, things that we've done in the past is not accepted now. That's a lie. Jacob had 4 wives. You know why? Let me tell you something. Look. You know why men are in these circumstances? Men are in these circumstances because, brothers, wasn't designed to just have one. America teaches men to have one. You go all through Africa. My man, he's from the Congo. He says, "Oh yeah, my father and my grandfather had 2 wives. My uncle had 3." Everywhere you go all across the earth, even the Arabs, they practice that. Because that's something that we've done. We've always done. When you see the scriptures and it says that a man shall dwell, it should be 1 man to 7 women, he's not lying. I had a brother tell me that's not what it means. He means that he's going to protect the 7 women. So if I got 7 beautiful women in my house, I'm just hypothetically speaking. You got 7 beautiful women in your house. They're cooking, they cleaning, they doing whatever they doing, serving you as you protect them. You thinking that you're not gonna end up slipping inside of that? Come on, people, make it make sense. Come on, people. Sometimes, like I said, these teachings have my people really, really going off. You gotta make it make sense, Playboy. Make it make sense. Why are we this naive to the obvious facts, man? Jacob had how many? Right? Now you have those that had one. You had David, he had a couple. Solomon had a couple. Had a lot, actually. It's known for this. All through the scriptures. But when they interject certain things, we take it as it to be true. Like my big bro said, just because it's written in red doesn't mean that that's what was said. It could be something that was said to make you be misled. And when you get misled, you're going to end up dead. Are you dumb? Or are you dumb? Are you not understanding the words that's coming out of my mouth? Are you not? I'm speaking regular. I'm speaking English here. I'm not speaking Shingoma. You feel me? And when you look up history, one of the first bills that they put in place for when they abolished slavery was to make sure that there will be no polygamy, because these white women, these Europeans, yeah, they was loving some papi chulo. They was loving some mick dick, yeah? They was loving it. I'm loving it. All right? It's a fact. It's a fact. That's why a lot of us are the way that we are. A lot of us is tainted souls, man. A lot of us is tainted vessels, man. Tainted. So you got two origins inside of you. You got a righteous and you got an evil in you. Facts. You are what your daddy is. If your daddy was a killer, drug dealer, chances are you're going to be that too. And that urge is going to come to you because you are of his image and his likeness. Facts. Can't get mad. My pops was a player. So I see why my brother do what he do. I see why I was doing what I was doing. You fight those urges every single day, especially on these social media platforms. These social media platforms, when I tell you these are the devil's devices, these are the devil's devices. These people work day in, day out to deceive us. Get caught us slipping, make you lust over something. You're like, damn, these girls is deliberately showing booty, tattoos on their thighs, you know what I'm saying? Like stuff that will turn a man on instantly. I gotta stay away. Like I'm like, all right. Instagram is not as bad as TikTok. TikTok, listen. But I say all of that to say this. This truth is what's gonna set you free. Jerusalem shall be called the city of truth. It is the city of truth. And you got to be true to yourself, true to your identity. Cleave on. Know the truth and where the Holy Land is. You must stand on this truth, man. Stop following and listening to the lies. Always remember that your information, whether it's true or not, your information was given unto you by the enemy. Okay? And the enemy will never, ever give you the tools or information to redeem you. This redemption is coming from the Father. This awakening is coming from the Father. He said this. Thus said the Lord. The Father return unto Zion. The Father is returning unto us. He's returning. He must do this. Roger Sanders, the Vanderbilt Bible Studies, whatever, these people, King James, they're not going to provide you the truth. That's why he got the best writers to deceive you, keep you confused, keep you, what? This don't make sense. It's by design. It's the Father that's coming, returning back unto us, that's giving us this truth. How many times we read Matthew 27, verse 46, and seen Ella la Sabatani, and we took it as, wait, hold on, what? This stands for, my God, why have you forsaken me? And because it was there, we never questioned it. And shout out to those that speak the language and can verify what that joint means. This is the Father's awakening. This is the awakening. This is happening right now, guys. Right now. The truth is all in the air. I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Hold on. Facts. And it's here, and we out here playing with it. We out here getting a little bit of truth and using it as validation to attack brothers and sisters. Point fingers at the Europeans, like they like, oh yeah, we want our reparations and we want this. You did that to us. Nah, fam, you did those stuff to yourself. Because if we was keeping the laws, if we had stayed divided, and we stayed away from these people, if we had uplifted ourselves and kept the money within our circle / community, and we kept these things to ourselves, we would have been in a better situation than we are in now. If black people wanted to just be doctors and lawyers and engineers and inventors and inventing things and copywriting it and trademarking it and putting it together and displaying it for the hood and having the hood supporting it, and now the hood got their own. The hood should be having their own Instagram. The hood should be having their own Facebook. The hood should be having their own YouTube. The hood should be having their own. We are the salt of the earth, but they got us so distracted, so separated, confused, lazy. Don't think that these drugs, that these dispensaries that's being in the hood is there just to keep you in a calm state of mind. No, they want you to be stagnant. They want you to not want to do nothing besides smoke, play basketball, play video games, and have sex and do regular nigga stuff. Meanwhile, they're sending their children into your community to buy up the stores, buy up the restaurants, work in the medical field, be the judge, be the lawyers. You understand? The most important things that we need in our everyday lives are not in our position no more. My children, pediatrician doctor is not a colored man. It's an outsider. But I digress, man. You know, at the end of the day, people, you know, I just try to bring forth truth to you guys and, you know, give you guys, you know, bring forth truth. Peace, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to bring forth truth, man. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, man, if you really want to make it to the other side, if you really want to be a part of this true exodus, the exodus isn't gonna start off physical. The exodus is with the mind. And that's gonna be the Samba conversation. The true exodus starts with the mind. That's what we're gonna talk about. But anyway, it's your brother man from the motherland. I came to you guys live. Continue supporting. You know, I am Mr. Keep my foot on these heathens, Hegroes, and heathenites necks. It's a beautiful Friday. I'm trying to make some last minute runs, you know what I'm saying, before sundown. And then just stay tuned, man. The Samba conversation will be on this channel. Or if not, then I'll see if I could get it on the Repent or Die podcast too. And we definitely gonna be working. And I hope, you know, brothers and sisters, just tune in, support, share this, like this, do what it do. Get us into these algorithms so we can get into other people's households and bring forth this truth so this truth could set them free so they can come into Jerusalem, the city called truth. It's your brother man from the motherland. I'ma holler at y'all. One.